Hi, this is Mariana from Fabric. In this video I will show you in detail how to use the new sticker widget. For this we will need a source. I will use the sample event source type so you can replicate this video and try it for yourself. The first two fields can have whatever you want because they don't affect this demo. We will say that it will generate one event every 2 seconds from 0 to 100 and will bounce, and the names that will generate will be the default ones. So if we click OK, it should start generating events. We can click on the output bubble and see the events being generated. We can see that it has the default fields: channel, username, timestamp, and the value object, which has itself 3 fields: random, which is a random value between 0 and 100, name, which is a random name from the name list we provided, and value, which goes from 0 to 100 and then goes back to 0 and then go back to 100. So to make a news widget demo we need a news widget. So we drag and drop a widget element, right click on it, click on settings, new sticker. We leave the title empty, and since we are going to make a full demo, let's tick show date and use markdown. Since the source doesn't have the field that the new sticker expects, we will need to transform it. So we create a new transformer, connect the source to the transformer and the transformer to the new sticker, and let's configure the transformer. By default, the new sticker expects at least a field called val in the incoming event. So we will start with the widget template set value and set event field val to name, which is one field of the value object of the event, and with that we should have something. In this case, let's make it a little bit higher. We can see the date and the name of the of the name field on the value object. Let's make something more interesting. Let's build some text that has another field. So for that we will use the create text with block, and we will concatenate the name, a colon and a space, and we click the add button in this block and add a new item. In this case I will Ctrl+C Ctrl+V this block and put here the value field, which contains a number going from 0 to 100. Let's imagine name is the name of section of a company, and value is some value, for example some price or something. So now we click OK, and we can see that now we have the name of the section, and then colon, space, the $sign, and the value. Now let's see what else we can do. We have some other templates that apply to this widget. For example, we can set the color. If we set the color of the widget, what we get is the background of the new element that is created is set to that color. We can also set the label color. In this case it will set it to white, and what we will get is the label, the text painted as white. And let's see what else. What we can do now is instead of set the background every time to the same color, we can do that if the value is below 30, set the background to green, if the value is below 60 to yellow or orange, and if the otherwise set it to red. And what we can do is, if it's red, set the background to white. let's see how this works. At the end it will set the event field color to color value. Here we are using variables, as you can see, to hold the color we are going to use and then set it at the output. So now I can see, since it's 65, 64, 63, it's red, then it will go to yellow at 60, no, at 59, and the label color will be the default instead of white, because we set it only on the else branch. Lastly, I ticked an option here on the new sticker, and you may ask, what does this mean? Use Markdown. Markdown is a lightweight formatting tool. Here, if you Google for Markdown, you can see, look at the reference. It's a way to have a format for text without much effort. There's a reference somewhere here. Oh, here it is. Basics. You can see here is some Markdown. It's covered here. We will do some basic things. For example, if we surround a piece of text with asterisks, we get bold. Let's try that. We put 2 asterisks before the name and 2 after, and if we go, let's see, now we have it. I had an old version without that support. We can see that the sales is bold and the rest isn't. We can do something like this. This won't make sense in this case, but you can imagine I use it for this. If I remember correctly the syntax, no, it is not like that. As you can see, one of the advantages of Event Fabric is that you can try and see live how is it going. In my case, I use it a lot. I think it was something like this. See, there's a link, and if I click it, I have Google open in another tab. This is just an example. You could, for example, if you were displaying issues or something like that, you could have a link to the issue there. Another thing, oops, you can do, let's go back and remove that. You can see here that if I go over the new sticker, the mouse cursor changes. That means I can click here, but if I click, I don't see a lot going on. But if I create a new source and set the type to event selected, there's nothing to configure for that. If I click, for example, on sales 55 and storage 56, I can see here that I have 2 events here. And these 2 events are the 2 events that were clicked. So let's do something like this. It will be a little silly, but it will show you how you can interact with the tool, with the things displayed. So now we have our new sticker here and a new sticker here, and the one here will display what we click on the one on the right. Let's tick that we want to use Markdown. So every time I click on something on the right, I will get it on the left. And we can do something like, let's click here and cut this connection, add a transformer in the middle, connect this, and let's make something like this. Set the value to what the value already has. Oops. selected column space and the event field. Oops, this wasn't it. Val was, yeah, get field val. So now what I will do is when an event is selected, it will be transformed and it will take the old value of val and prepend the selected text. So let's see if this works. It should. See, selected. And another thing you can do is, if you right click on the new sticker, you have two options. One is filter. For example, I can write something and it will live filter through that. For example, if I write sales, it will only display sales, and if new events come with the sales, they will appear here. Let's wait a little bit, and I can also clear, that is, just remove every content. See, a new event appeared here. If I click, they appeared here. So those are all the things you can do on a new sticker. I hope it was useful.